Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a tarot monthly horoscope for animal signs, and this has got to be for you, the dog, and it's for March 2017. So let me shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards, and I'm going to divide the month of March into two, and the first card that I pull will be for the first 15 days of March for you, the dog, and to talk to you about all areas of your life. Let me first talk about your career area. Your career area in the first 15 days is stable enough, but there shows somebody, either your colleagues or your superiors, who is not very happy with you, and therefore there's some backbiting, talk about your weaknesses or talk about your compatibility with the staff or with the superiors. So you have to behave very carefully. Otherwise, behind your back, there will be a lot of talk which will weaken your position in the area of career. But the career itself, it says, is stable enough. So if you're looking for a new change in your career, it is possible. Make your applications. But again, the card says, watch out, that you have to study the new area where you want to work, the new possibilities of a career change very carefully. Otherwise, you will be very disappointed when you get there. So just be very careful, and if you want to stay on with your job, try to find out why either your colleagues or your superiors are saying things which are not very flattering of you. But you are on steady ground, don't worry. Now let me talk about business. Your business is also on steady ground in the first 15 days. But in the business area, the worry is this, that if you are looking for a new business in the first 15 days, it is possible, but there is deception, there is letdown later on, there is deceit. So you have to study the situation of a possibility of a new investor or a new business partner or a new business contract. I would suggest that you study the situation but don't activate it, because I'm not happy with the deception and the letdown part of it here. It's very strong on the card. And it says if you bite, you will get yourself into trouble. So stay on with your normal area, and in your business area, try to not take risks of any kind. Okay? Now, to go a bit further on your business, it says that you can have the possibility of attracting investors. But again, study the little areas of the contract. And if you're not careful, you will agree or make agreements in the first 15 days which you will later regret. Okay? So the situation about your business area is that be cautious what you have in your hands, move along it, consolidate, but don't be too adventurous about new offerings. Now let me go to your romance area. The romance area for you is showing many firstly it shows that your romance is quite steady. But if you're looking for a new romance, then you tell yourself that the chances of the new romance are very easy. But the rule should be, all that glitters is not gold. So if you are into the glamour mode and looking for a new romance that is full of glamour, well, don't fall for that mistake. But alright, so there's every possibility of looking for a new romance, but do some research, as you may inherit a romance that has secret problems which will be exposed later, is complicated, maybe a past romance of that partner is still simmering. So you have to do some research first in your romance area. I would suggest that play safe would be the two words which you should be very careful. Don't dive too quickly into a new romance in the first 15 days of March. Now let's go to your marriage area. Your marriage area says that it is steady, but there are some things that can be exposed. Now I'm doing your horoscope, not your marriage partner's. So this is more about you. So if there are any situations of your past which could be exposed, whether business-wise, whether habit-wise, whether emotional-wise, and if there's some fear, then I'd rather you in the first 15 days of March to expose it yourself, to come clean. And honesty has a way of producing forgiveness. But when you are found out by somebody else, then there's always a danger of suspicions becoming even more. But your marriage situation is stable enough, and there is only some danger of some exposure that may upset it. Okay. Now I'm going to pull another card, which will have to do with the last 15 days of March for you, the dog. Now this is also upright, this card, so you have control. Now the last 15 days for you, the dog, are going to be very difficult. The card shows that conflict, opposition, confrontation can happen just like this. All you need to show is your arrogance, your hot temper, and be aggressive. So don't do that. Be the opposite. Be humble, be agreeable, be flexible, don't be stubborn, and you will improve your last 15 days where your career is concerned. Otherwise, you're going to attract a lot of differences with your colleagues, a lot of differences with the superiors at work as well. So be very cautious that the last 15 days you don't get very bad news. And if you want to make changes and apply for jobs in the last 15 days, you have to keep your feet on the ground. You cannot be dreamy. You have to be using your common sense. So send applications on that level and you'll be okay. Let's talk of business for the last 15 days. You are going to feel the heat. The competition can beat you. So you have to work harder. And you will find that your business news is very difficult. There's more money out than money coming in. You'll have to tighten your belt. But that doesn't mean you surrender and you give up. You just be more careful with your ongoing business and try to plug areas that are bleeding. And that way you'll be able to control a further onslaught on your existing business. If you are looking for new businesses, you can attract them, but they will come with complications, they will come with demands which later on you will regret. So read the fine print, listen carefully to what is being offered to you. And even if it is business investments or new business partnerships, I would ask you to be very careful. Okay? Your last 15 days show a lot of pressure on you in many ways. Now let's talk of your romance. The romance possibilities in the last 15 days are good. In fact, if you have a romance, it's pretty steady. But some things may be exposed. Now, I'm doing your horoscope, not your romance partner's horoscope. So the problem may be coming from you. And some things of your habits, or some things financial, or some things of a past romance, it may be exposed. Some secret of you could be exposed. And that, of course, is going to put your romance in a very bad light. So if you sense it might happen, you disclose this news quickly. And honesty has a way of helping you out. And so your last 15 days in areas of romance are going to be very difficult, a lot of confrontation. So don't let it get even worse by showing your temper and arrogance. In your marriage situation is going to be very fiery, with whatever can go wrong will go wrong, not always at the worst level, but even at small levels. So again, if you had a complication in your past, don't bring it up again to complicate more. And if there's something secretive about your past which may be exposed, then you expose it yourself and you discuss it openly, and the forgiveness will be seen. It's only when you are being found out and then the suspicion becomes more. So your last 15 days for you, the dog, are not so easy in your areas of marriage or family areas. You have to be very careful. Don't allow your romance or your marriage areas to be stretched through confrontation, through creating opposition, or they may be stretched to breaking point. So last 15 days become very difficult for you. I'm going to give you now, for you, the dog, some lucky dates for you in the month of March. And on these dates, where career is involved and you want to make a change, go for interviews on these dates, make your applications on these dates. On your own ongoing career areas, use these lucky dates to talk to your superiors and to mend your fences with colleagues. And in your areas of romance, be active on these good lucky dates which I'm going to give you now. And in your marriage areas, use the lucky dates to enhance your marriage and to settle any little marriage problems. The dates of the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th of March are going to be very lucky for you. So use them as much as possible. Now, looking at both your cards regarding your directions, regarding your colors. Why are there colors? We take colors for granted. But there's a reason for colors, and I believe that the reason is that every different planet used in Kabbalistic astrology is given a color or few colors to control and to rule. So we have a system here to know what your good colors are and what your bad colors are. But we'll only know that really if I may have your full date of birth and your time of birth, and then to look at your palms, because your palms are also divided into 10, the 10th planet being the Earth. And so, to talk about your colors, the color that I've chosen for you for the month of March for you, the dog, is the color light blue. If you come into contact with a lot of light blue, or your undergarments, your top garments, your pillowcase, your bed sheets, your towels, could be a handkerchief, or could be a blue sheet of paper. And if you contact that, for example, put your palm on the blue sheet of paper and make your wishes and ask for what you want, you will find that plenty of positivity is emitted from these colors. Okay? Now regarding directions, I also believe that around the compass, all the different planets used in astrology have a home for themselves. So when you face or look at a certain direction for a length of time, the energy from that direction could be positive or could be negative. Only way to find out is to do a full horoscope for yourself one day and to show me your palms. But in the time being, let's do a general one for you, the dog. Your direction which I've chosen for you for the month of March is southwest. So for the month of March, face southwest as much as you can. When you want to make your dreams come true, when you want to make your wishes come true, when you want to meditate, when you want to ask for help. And when you face southwest, when you negotiate, whether in career, in business, whether in romance, whether in marriage, you'll find that you are able to get what you want as well. Your negotiations will be good. I'm already Skyping, and so I charge 50 USD for a 75-minute horoscope and palmistry session with me. And during that 75 minutes, I will be able to tell you a lot for your next 5 or 6 years. Okay? So to communicate with me, go to Facebook and follow me. If you can't find me, then search for Andi, A-N-D-I, .singh, S-I-N-G-H, .9, the number 9, .facebook.com. This way you will come straight to my face page, and then we can communicate, make a plan to Skype, and we'll be able to do a horoscope wherever you are in the world, and I will be able to do it. Until then, thank you, and I wish you a good March 2017 for you, the dog. Goodbye.